Hi, my name's John McVeigh. I'm the owner of Cinder Sound Studios here in Longmont, Colorado. Today we have two new artists from Nashville coming in, Noah Garner and Katrina Austin. They're pretty awesome, so we're jazzed about this. We will be doing more videos of artists that come in to record here at Cinder Sound, so stay tuned for more to come. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, it's Mike Meador. I'm the founder and CEO of the Meadors Masters Foundation. It's a day of Summer Jam. It's tonight. I'm here at Cinder Sound Studios in Longmont. We've got Noah Garner and Katrina Austin inside. We're gonna sit down with the team from Cinder Sound and record a few acoustic tracks and talk about music and the Meadors Masters and how we can all get together and help the folks of the Bahamas recover from Hurricane Dorian. So let's go inside and check it out.
Just like candles, once you burn them, it's gone. You can't go back and hit restart. You gotta try to move on, no matter how much it hurts. Trying to relight an old flame only gets you burned. It only gets you burned.
So you guys wrote Candles together?
Yeah, we had both just gone through some pretty rough breakups, and we were sitting at the house, and I said this thing. I said, "Man, I don't know why I buy candles, because like once you burn them, they're gone." And I was like, "That's it. I want to write that song." So I was like, "All right, candles. You burn them, and then they're gone. You know, you get burned, in life, by people that hurt you." And so it's one of those things where it's like, all right, let's tell that story. And how does that story go?
And how'd Katrina come in?
Well, I just told her, I was like, hey, let's just talk. Please, just start talking. And then, I mean, you can kind of go from there.
It was just all of the hurt he and I had been through. That's kind of how we connected as friends anyways. So everything we had been through is in that song.
Right.
That one song captures both of us and
Yeah.
all of the hurt that we felt.
And it's also kind of like a song of redemption in a way, like saying like, I may be hurt and I may be, knocked down, but I'm not going back to you, and I'm not going back to the dark, I guess.
We're not going through it again. We're just,
right, yeah.
You gotta move on.
Right, no matter how much it hurts.
Right.
And I get choked up because it feels like we just met. But on the other hand, you're more than my best friend. And I don't want to mess this up, but I've got things on my chest. And honey, I love you, but I don't want to tell you yet. Pretty good at putting things on the table.
So you go from there to I don't want to tell you yet.
Right. Well, so I don't want to tell you yet. It was weird because I had the idea kind of just from being hurt and all that, when you meet somebody new and you feel something for them, but you're really scarred, you don't want to tell them that you care. You don't want to tell them that, you want to protect yourself as much as humanly possible from anything, especially somebody else. And then I got the idea when I started to kind of think I was feeling something for somebody, and then I was like, I was like, I think I know I feel something, but I don't want to say it just yet. I've told you that I want you and I need you and I miss you, but that's something I just won't say, I love you, I just don't want to tell you yet.
these games. I don't know why we stay this way. I can't understand why we can't work it out.
Work it out.
Holding tight to these strings, running circles in this rain, just watching each other going crazy.
Going crazy.
Just praying one day we'll stop this train. Just praying one day we'll stop this train.
Talk about Train a little bit.
Now, Train is a really funny story.
This is my favorite one. I love that song so much,
Yeah.
but we were just sitting at the apartment watching a movie, and
We're watching Dallas Buyers Club. That I remember very vividly.
the dogs. So the dog was like restless, so I took him out, and when I walked back in, Noah's playing that first riff on the guitar, and I looked at him and I said, "Keep playing that."
I like that. We're gonna write to that, and I was like, all right, whatever.
There's something there.
I didn't think we were gonna write. I knew I liked it. I knew I liked I had been messing with that intro and chord progression for about a month, and I just liked playing it. I liked the way it felt. There's this old song that it's called like The Old Train or something, and I had this idea of like, it kind of sounds like that song in a way. And then she came in, and Katrina has a way of saying things that just blow you away. And you're like, oh, we got to put that in a song. I just don't know how to do it yet. And then I've got a weird way of, I'll just make it rhyme. Like, you know what I mean? I'll just take what you say and just be like, all right, maybe this will work as a rhyme. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes I get too wordy. Sometimes I get too ahead of myself, so she kind of breaks it down.
It's very weird. It's a great partnership because I can come up with certain words and he puts the puzzle together. So the first line fell out of me. I sang it and he said, "Keep going." I said, "I can't."
I'm like, sure. And because how I write a lot of times, if I like something, I shoot for the whole song. Like if I can get the entire song done, then I know it's good. You know what I mean? Like I don't really want to change it a whole lot. If I go back, sometimes I stop, but if I go back, I like to tweak it too much. And with that, I was like, come on, just sing. Just tell me, just talk about it. And then it's rare that, anybody writes duets anymore. You know what I mean? Like duets don't really happen on purpose. You kind of just get a good song that you figure out later that, oh, hey, two people can sing this at the same time. We are both kind of in that stage of like going out and finding other people to kind of be around, relationship wise, and we were just watching each other go through just up and down roller coaster of stuff, and how we wanted to talk about how it feels to just watch somebody that you care about going crazy. And I came up with I'm just praying one day we'll stop this train, because that's what it feels like. You know what I mean? It feels like you're on a train with no brakes.
And between whiskey and the women, I lost myself. But now the lonely starting to hurt like hell. Man, the lonely starting to hurt like hell. And I've been burning up the fast lane trying to get gone. But this moving on is taking way too long. Now I find it hard to believe that I could be somebody's somebody.
And then you come back with somebody.
Oh God, yeah. So somebody, man. I was drunk and sad and had my guitar. I remember writing that song. I was in my room, and I have a whiteboard that I use to write songs with, and I hang it on the wall. And when I'm really writing a song, I take it off and I either put it in my lap or put it on the bed, and I just kind of lean over it and scribble it out, and I erase things, and I love it because I love physically writing something down. So that night I was really upset, and I was upset more so because I knew I was hurting other people's feelings. I was hurting people. Not intentionally, not doing anything wrong, but just knowing that I was still not okay. I was still pretty hurt. And knowing that, I wanted to be better. Everybody keeps saying, you know, just find somebody new or just go out with somebody, or the best way to get over somebody is get under somebody new and shit like that. And it's like, man, I don't really want to do that because I just don't even think that I'm worthy enough to be in somebody's life like that right now because I'm going to hurt them and I don't want to. So it's that whole story of like, man, you know, talking to, you know, your past person and going, I know that things are so different now and it's been so long, but I just want you to know that it's still like really hard for me over here kind of thing.
I done some crazy thinking after some all-day drinking. There was no way that I was gonna stop. I thought it was a good idea to take the letters from your name and put them in my tattoo. If only I knew after a little bit of time there would be no more me and you. And it wasn't hard to do, it got done real fast. But now I think it's time that we bury the past. We were temporary, but this thing's made to last. And there's one thing left for me to do. I gotta get me a cover-up tattoo. Well, I guess since we spent this much time made apart, losing this too only makes sense. And just to make it clear, I don't want you back in case you can't take the damn hint. It ain't hard to do, it got done real fast. But now I think it's time that we bury the past. We were temporary, but the thing's made to last. And there's one thing left for me to do. I gotta get me a cover-up tattoo.
And then when it's time,
Yeah.
it's cover-up
It's
tattoo.
cover-up tattoo. yeah. No, yeah, that song is a trip, man, because it's got a good story. It's just it's based in such an honestly angry place. I was over it, man, you know, and I was like, all right, we're burying this, we're covering this up, and so cover up tattoo just kind of came out, and there's little details in that song that for the person I was trying to piss off, you know,
I think it works.
It works.
It's a funny song.
It'll get you. It'll get you. You say the right things at the right time, you know. Just add in little things that nobody else knows, and then everybody starts singing it and they don't know why, but I know why. I always tell people, man, it's like, don't piss off musicians. We'll sing about you. We'll write songs and talk. Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift is the
she made a
best
career
at
out of that. Katrina helps me a lot. I mean, we write
daily.
I try to write something every day, even if it's a line or a title or something. And then a lot of times, if I'm stuck and I know something's good, I talk to her because she's going to do what she does best, which is just kind of, she drags it all out.
Unfold him.
Yeah.
Basically, he gets.
That's a good way to say it.
He gets very so frustrated. You just kind of have to pull him back, and you just have to. Well, what's going on? Why are you writing this song? Where's it coming from? Well, I just wanted to say this, and I'm like, okay, now sing it. Sing it the way you hear it. Mm-hmm. And when he sings it, it clicks, and he's like, oh, this is where it's going, and then he finishes it. My
favorite records, you look at like Garth Brooks or Eric Church or Ashley McBride, you're getting something real. You're getting a piece of them. They wrote the songs and they're telling you the truth. And that's everything that I kind of strive for and want to be. We know that something very close to your heart is the foundation that you and your wife started, Meadors Masters. How did that come along? Yeah.
To boil it down, I lost both my parents at a young age to heart and stroke, and that's how we got started. Which was tough, and we started with a golf tournament, and we realized about 3 years into the golf tournament that it was very important for our community that we changed our focus from, we worked really closely with American Heart, and we were both on the ELT leadership team there and trying to spread that message. But meanwhile, back at home, we're asking, our people in our community to support us and then send that money on down the line. Well,
Right.
there's people in our community are in our community right now that need our help. I mean, we got a little girl who's, got just diagnosed with a brain tumor, and we've stepped in there, and just that, those are the kinds of things that, and there's 12 of us now, and we're 12 volunteers, and they're all people who have come forward and have asked to be a part of what we're trying to do. And what we're trying to do is, we create events, whether it's the golf tournament, and I'm very passionate about golf, so I'm very hands-on with making sure that the golf tournament is the best golf tournament that it can be.
Absolutely.
And, we, with this concert, I mean, I think people tonight, when they come, we'll see. I mean, when you see that stage and the graphics it's and you guys being here,
it really
it's
a
not
ball game.
Yeah, it's not having a couple guys from the local bar
Right.
come down and play in my buddy's backyard. This is the real deal. Yeah, it's
Well, it's funny, man, because you say, oh, I'm not an artist, but you kind of are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have vision and a drive and a dream.
sure.
And that's the same thing we have. Ours just happens to come out in a song. Yours happens to come out in what I would consider an even better thing than what we could ever do. That
Well, but here's the deal, right? Is it all works together,
Right,
and that's what you and I talked about this
We
today.
did.
Driving
Yeah.
driving out to the farm, and it's I can't do this without you guys
Exactly,
because
but we would never be here without
nobody
you
wants
guys
to buy tickets to see me play guitar. So.
Well, that's what it's just been an unbelievable experience for us because we are so happy to be here and so happy to help contribute whatever we can. And if that's with our voices and our songs, then, that makes it even better for us because that's what we love to do. And we're just so happy to be here. You told us kind of how you do everything with Meadors Masters. So can you explain why?
Well, I think early on in this process, we realized that not only, our Heart and Stroke close to us, but there's so many things that by the 12 of us getting together and putting ideas together, we can reach out and we can affect change in different areas, whether it's like this concert for, folks in the Bahamas. I mean, that just happened a few days ago. And, just like we did with Hurricane Harvey, we're able to mobilize our network, which is via Facebook, which is a couple thousand people, which doesn't sound like much.
But it is. I mean, it really is.
Right. And we were able to fill up a truck, and she drove it right down there and, beat the Red Cross to Houston. And that's the kind of thing that, and the thing with us is that not everybody has the drive and wants to rent stages and convince their buddy to let them borrow their farm for 3 days and do that kind of stuff. And people, a lot of times, and people have told me personally, and there's a reason they're on the board because they don't want to write a check to the American Red Cross, right? Because they don't know where that's really going.
Sure.
But if they can help us or drop off supplies or whatever it is, they know that money or those supplies are going to get to people that need it and people that, are struggling or, they've got a financial emergency or a medical emergency, which is typically where we step in. We sit down, we meet at least once a month, and we figure out where we're needed the most right now. And with this concert is the best example. We had this on the map and marketing it and bringing you guys in, and then Dorian happened, and the Bahamas is wiped out.
Right.
And we can mobilize. We have people on the ground. We have someone on the ground in the Bahamas, and we're working with people in Florida to try and bridge that gap, which is the hardest part of it right now. It's rewarding, but they need us to. People need us to make that happen.
My big thing is I think people should know really what Meadors Masters is, like really, at the core.
Well, I mean, we're a nonprofit 501c3 foundation, and again, we're 12 individuals who volunteer their time. No one's compensated, and we're trying to direct our energies to help people, whether it's in our immediate neighborhood or community, or in Boulder County and Weld County. Working with Child Protective Services, things like that.
Right.
To where we can make the effort and put these events on to raise money and make a difference. That's our tagline is together we make a difference.
Well,
and
think a good way
that's something we live by.
I think something you said to me last year when I was here, we talked about how I believe that, you really make an impact. You start with your circle, and then that circle kind of gets bigger with everybody that you touch. And, you kind of said something to that effect last year where it's like we try to make a difference in our community. That way we can make a difference in the world. And I think you've really done that, like, in a phenomenal way. And I think it's only going up, if I'm being honest.
Well, we're trying.
It's 12 now, but
yeah.
12,000 in a few years, Yeah.
Well, a point that we kind of need to make is that you guys have day jobs. You guys go to work.
Oh, yeah.
And do, like, you do your day work, and then, in the background, y'all are doing the foundation. And I think that's amazing, because we get to do what we do all day, every day. We get, with our songs, touch people.
Sure.
That's what we get to do. And the fact that you guys just set aside separate time, even after you get home from your day job,
Well, that's the best part for me, is that everybody volunteers and everybody has stepped up. That, like I said, they're all out there right now while we're sitting here, in the air conditioning and talking to each other and whatnot. And these guys and gals have all come forward and wanted to be a part of it. And it's an honor to, I dare not say lead, but, to have them be a part of it.
Well, every ship has a captain, bud.
Right.
And that's just my way of looking at you. So, but speaking of that team, man, and speaking of that event,
yeah, we
gotta get going.
Before the tears start, I think we ought to get down the road.
All right,
let's do it.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. Thanks to the team at Cinder Sound. Thanks to Noah and Katrina. That was an amazing session inside. This is an incredible facility. If you want to learn more about the Meadors Masters or to donate, you can check us out on Facebook or at meadorsmasters.org. Thanks again to everyone for all your support, and together we make a difference.